The Tastemaster SA is brought to you by Clover, made with love for the ones you love. Last week on the Tastemaster SA, we celebrated the fathers in our lives with the ultimate burger cookout. It was a tough task in outdoor conditions, but in the end, Taniko impressed with her traditional flavors, including mapani worms. Now for the Elimination Challenge, the bottom 6 meet at a Cape Town location for a sensory surprise.
I'm feeling quite nervous today as it is an elimination and I don't know what to expect.
I'm really scared. I'm going into my second elimination.
To be honest, I have no idea where I am. All I could think about is the fact that I need to cook in another elimination challenge.
It seems we are in a bit of an industrial area and I'm wondering, where are we going?
Is this Perry brought into Cape Town? Let's find out.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
My name is Anwar Abdullatief. I am the chef and the owner of the Happy Uncles. We are South Africa's first fully halal fine dining restaurant.
Combining traditional flavors from his heritage and modern cooking techniques, Anwar and his team at the Happy Uncles have become one of the country's top halal culinary destinations.
I grew up in a house of food. Food is like religiously the thing that kept the family going. And then obviously doing hospitality studies, all the dots started kind of connected and it just made sense for me to do what I do now. I was in the winelands for about 12, 13, 14 years. And I moved from restaurant to restaurant, eagerly wanting to know more about food. And most restaurants that I worked at was fine dining establishments. Kind of became an obsession and I just delved deeper and deeper into it. And like I thought, maybe I must come home and do some private chefing, which quickly escalated and evolved into a fully halal fine dining restaurant. Being a judge on a show like the Tastemaster, really, really cool, really honored to be part of it. Yeah.
What we're doing today is a little peach dessert. It's called peach and olives. Maybe just cut it through so you guys can see all the little flavors and textures inside it. So at the base, right at the bottom, there is a jelly, which is a hibiscus and rose jelly. And then the peach around it is obviously a peach glaze. The layer underneath that is a white chocolate and za'atar crème. You'll see there's a sponge at the bottom, which is olive oil and thyme sponge. The accompaniment is a pistachio and cardamom ice cream, and just a little bit of crumble, which we use a cook sister or kusista crumble.
The peach and olive dessert is super impressive. I am actually blown away by the flavor combinations. That's quite unique.
Right, so we're starting with our ice cream, which is the pistachio and cardamom. So for the ice cream, I have some Clover full cream milk, as well as some Clover full cream. I have some cardamom here that we've already toasted the pods. I have some caster sugar, some egg yolks, and that's about it. I'm just going to literally add everything into the pan, except for the pistachio. I don't want to cook that further. So these are now ready for the blender. So we just put that in the processor. So let me start adding milk and cream. This is quite a lot of cardamom I've got here, so I'm only going to use around about a half of it. I'm going to bring this together. It needs to reach at least 75 degrees. Once it reaches 75 degrees, I'm going to add my pistachio paste. Right, so this is ready for the ice cream churner. Looks good, smells good. All the ingredients are in.
Nice. Have a look.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that color.
Amazing. So next up we have the olive oil and thyme sponge. So I'll start with all the wet ingredients. Firstly, I need to incorporate the egg with the sugar. So before I forget, my full cream milk from Clover, and of course my olive fried Clover olive oil, and that is 70 milliliters. And now I'm going to slowly add in all the dry ingredients. I'm just going to add some thyme. So that's going to go in. I'll put it in my piping bag. I'm just going to pour a little bit. That's it. So this is now ready to go into the oven. So yeah, and this is basically how the end product will look when it comes out of the oven. So it got that nice and soft center and right around that chewy, sweet thyme flavor. So we've got our white chocolate, a little bit of fresh thyme, as well as the za'atar. Everyone familiar with it? You're more than welcome to pass it around, have a smell. So I'm going to start with the fresh cream and the milk from Clover, and it's equal parts, which is 250 mils for both. And of course, I'm gonna put the thyme in as is. Nice tablespoon of za'atar. I want to bring it to a light simmer, not to a boil, to a simmer. Looks about ready, smells good. So now I'm going to pull it off the heat. And this is the stage where I'm going to add egg yolks one by one. I'd rather use the whisk. Very important not to stop whisking, especially when it comes to the egg yolks. And now the next step, or the biggest step, is putting it back onto the heat and letting it go till 84 degrees. And then I'll add my chocolate. So the chocolate and everything is in now. I'm going to have to strain this one as there's a lot of seeds as well as the thyme stalks and everything is in here. Because I of course wanted the aromas of the za'atar and the thyme. So now I'm just going to strain it through the chinois. This is going to go straight into the refrigerator and let it stand and set. This is now the peachy part of the dessert. And this will go together on a low temperature until everything is soft. The end product will look something like this. So I've already blended it, I've put it in a piping bag, and I've tied a knot. So that is ready. And then the next step is the peach glaze. Water. I'll have my glucose. So that's now coming to a boil. While it's boiling, I'm gonna take it off the heat and fold in my gelatin. And there we have our glaze done, ready, all smooth. So this is gonna go through the chinois again. Here we are, after all the prepping. So we have all our components now to complete the peach. This is the puree, which is basically turned into this. This is the cubes as well as the peach. And here we have the cremo. Well, basically took the cremo now and we lined it. What I want to do is I want to have the olive oil sponge at the base. So that will go at the bottom of the dessert and then the peach will go on top. And then I'm gonna tip it over perfectly so it each lined up to make a full circle or a ball. And now for the glazing. So I've got ones here that's already been made. So this one has been out a bit, so it's very tricky. I'm gonna use my clean cloth to get a bit of a shape of the peach. Use your hands, get the shape of it. I'm gonna use a skewer or a stick, purposes of glazing. Back to the freezing. If you wanna let it stand in the freezer rather than the fridge, I highly recommend putting it in the freezer. You're not gonna keep it too long in the freezer, you're not gonna have so much time. But rather in the fridge than in the freezer than in the fridge. Now literally leave it as is in the freezer like that.
This is edible art. This is world-class masterpiece.
Okay guys, so we've gone through all the processes. You guys ready to taste? Yes. Bring it out, guys.
Woo! That's awesome.
The jelly is fantastic, right? The crumbs.
The dessert tastes phenomenal. It's all subtle, but all balanced, and there's different layers, textures, and it's beautiful.
So what do you guys think?
So delicious.
The textures, the flavors, the counterbalance,
It works?
on point.
So I hope I gave you guys a little bit of inspiration.
Definitely.
A lot.
A mouthful. Literally.
Up next, after a mouthful of inspiration, the challenge begins, and timing is of the essence. Create your own fine dining dessert inspired by this week's theme, and you could win a KitchenAid blender, a 1,500 Rand voucher from Food Lovers Market, plus Clover and Today product hampers. Shop the ingredients at Food Lovers Market and make sure to include a Clover product and to keep your till slip for the entry. Share a photo of your creation on the competition post on the Tastemaster SA's Facebook or X pages, or you can share it to Instagram or TikTok and tag at Tastemaster SA. Remember to use hashtag Clover Made with Love, hashtag Food Lovers Market, and hashtag the Tastemaster SA. T's and C's apply. Behind every fine dish, there is a touch of love. Clover, made with love.
Dreams come true with people who believe in better. Capitec is the business bank for everyone. Capitec.
Welcome back to the Tastemaster Kitchen, contestants. I'm sure you are all feeling very inspired after that beautiful masterclass, yes?
Yes.
Today, of course, as you know, is an elimination challenge. However, it's not your ordinary elimination, because at the end of today, 2 of you will be going home.
2 people going home. Yeah. This is making me worry.
What a plot twist.
A reminder what you are playing for. Of course, the title of the Tastemaster SA, as well as the grand prize of 200,000 Rand, courtesy of Capitec Business Banking, to add bold flavor to your future.
Getting 200,000 from Capitec Business Banking would really change my life. I do want to be a business owner, and in particular get into hospitality, and this 200,000 really helped me to start my journey in hospitality.
Before I set you off on your challenge, let's welcome today's guest judge, the man himself, Chef Anwar. Right, your challenge for today is to make a beautiful fine dining dessert inspired by the beautiful dessert you tasted at the Happy Uncle's. We're not looking for a big cake or bulky, comforting pudding. What we want is a beautifully plated, refined dessert. Chef, what specifically are you looking for in their plates today?
I would like it to be very textured. First of all, before that even, flavor. We want lots of flavor, flavors that is well balanced, and execution. Whether you're going simple or very complex, try to keep it balanced and very, very good looking.
Oh, good looking, yes. Because fine dining, you eat with your eyes first. But like you said, Chef, flavor, and texture.
I am very nervous because I've never fine dined and I've never made anything fine dining.
You will have 2 hours to complete today's challenge, but those of you who still have your long-lasting Sensodyne pins, you can play those pins for an extra 10 minutes of cooking time, but do remember that once you play it, that's it. It can only be used once in the entire competition. Our Food Lovers Market pantry is beautifully stocked with nuts, dried fruit, and some fair trade chocolate. It is wonderfully laid out, as it would be in a Food Lovers Market store. What we've also done is given you some tasters on your station so you can nibble as you work. See how kind we are? Right, on that note, I think, Chef, it's time to set them off. You please do the honors.
Right. Contestants, your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Woo! Good luck, everyone.
Today I'm making a rooibos and date mousse with a citrus gel and an almond sponge, alongside an amasi cream and a spiced oat and pecanut crumb.
Ek gaan die Clover Crush gebruik in my citrus gel wat in die middel van my rooibos mousse gaan kom.
So I'm making a deconstructed lemon meringue with some berry jelly And I'm just gonna counterbalance that with some Swiss meringue and some creme chantilly.
I'm making a chocolate brownie bar, mixing flavors of coffee, rosemary, and a little local flavor of a speckworm.
So I'm trying something new, pushing myself a little today just to see, how it comes out.
I am making a chocolate log that is going to have a berry compote, marshmallows, toasted almonds, and cake.
Today I'm making the pastille tart, which will be infused by raspberries puree, and also on the side and within I'm going to put in my pistachio paste. It will be covered all around by my cream cheese frosting.
Chevonne, hello.
I can smell your lavender from a mile away.
So I'm doing like a hint of lavender, white chocolate, vanilla cremeux.
Classic flavors.
Yeah, with a berry center and then a lemon sponge, and then I'm going for a burnt honey ice cream.
I love everything I just heard
Sounds very spring-like, you know?
I know I need to get my dates soaking in the rooibos tea because it takes quite a while for the dates to rehydrate.
Initially, I planned on cinnamon candied cashews, and then I see that the Food Lovers Pantry is stocked with nuggles, and I find milk chocolate coated almonds. So I'm thinking, maybe I chop these up and add a little bit of cinnamon and use that as my crunchy element.
The Clover Moy River butter is going to be incorporated in almost all my elements today.
Chef, I'm sure they are quietly intimidated by the challenge today because the dessert that you showed in the masterclass was just spectacular. And, I'm sure they're going to try to reach those heights, but, they're only amateur cooks, some of them. So what's the baseline? What do you definitely want to see in terms of components for them to tick the boxes?
I'm hoping that they could take whatever flavors they're using, nicely balance it, and also to work together. Everything has to work together. Very important.
It is quite a challenge.
I've decided to start with popping the kernels for my popcorn ice cream. I then go on to adding berries into a pan for the berry compote. I'm also heating water for the bain-marie for melting of my chocolate.
Dani.
Hallo chef.
Hoe gaan het?
Dit gaan goed hierso. Ek is besig met my citrus gel wat binne in my raspberry mousse gaan. Ek wonder nou of ek dit hierdie stuk moet sit. En dit lyk so 'n bietjie lumpy, maar maybe is dit texture.
Is the concept of making a fine dining, refined dessert something you're comfortable with?
Absolutely not. I've never done this before. I sound very confident.
You do?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay.
Interesting.
I love lavender. I've made a lavender ice cream before and it was very popular. And the first fine dining restaurant I worked in as a student had a burnt honey ice cream, and it stuck with me since then. Hi, I'm Chevonne, 26-year-old from Kaapstad in Mpumalanga. Welcome to my village. Kaapstad is a small village in the mountains, also known as Village in the Mist. It is a small miners' town that started around 1800 and people still live here. It is a small town people come to for holiday and weekends, and there's about 200 people that live here permanently. This is my family's restaurant. Come in. Our restaurant is unique as we make everything in-house, and we are a German-influenced restaurant. From our own bakery that bakes our own breads and sourdoughs. We have our own vegetable gardens that grow our own vegetables. And we make all our things in-house, like our sauces and all our mince for our burgers. Most of the furniture in the restaurant is made by my father. The local art you see on the walls is all made from local artists in the area, as we love to support local. My love and passion for cooking has been since I've been young. I grew up in the kitchen helping my mom and grandmother in the hotel. So since I've been young, cooking has been part of my soul.
From a very young age, Chevonne was forever baking cakes. Whenever she was playing in the garden, she was making mud cakes, decorated it with flowers. In the kitchen, she was helping me and the grandma in the kitchen. And the love was always there.
So this is my boyfriend of 5 years, Marabe Tetsecho.
Chevonne is a very talented chef. Every time she cooks, I never stop eating. I love everything about Chevonne. Yeah, she's amazing. Chevonne is my best friend. She's my everything.
So my hair is part of me and my personality. When I was young in primary school, every school holiday my mother would send me to get my hair plaited, as it was easy to maintain and she could never catch me. Later, I still had the love for it, and when I met Maraba in 2019 and being in his family and in his culture and in between people that always used to do the braids, I just got the itch for it. And ever since I've been young, as a child, I've always wanted to have pink hair. It's like been a dream of mine. And when I became an adult, I was just like, now I can do my own choices, and I got pink hair. And it's now part of me, part of my personality, and I can't change it. I think I have what it takes to win Taste Master because everything I do with love, passion, and soul. And I add my little bit of magic to it.
Hi, Meggan.
Hi, Chef.
You have a very, fierce concentration face on you right now. What are you working on?
Today, I am working on a coffee and rosemary creme.
Oh, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Chef,
Hey.
thoughts?
Have you made it before?
I have not, Chef. I'm taking tips from your masterclass.
Oh, don't put me in.
Yeah, scapegoats.
I love rosemary and thyme, but because Chef used thyme, I wanted to see if I can maybe see if I can also balance a different herb.
Okay, good. Meggan, good luck.
Thank you.
I just finished with my sponge. I'm gonna head over to my jelly because I need these two components to set and to work out properly because these are my primary components or elements in this dish. I need to make sure that Chef Anwar is blown away today.
This is not something I've made before. It is inspired by a story of movie night with my girls. And what we like to have during movie night is strawberries, chocolate, popcorn, marshmallows. So we're going to be using all of those things to put this little chocolate log together.
Contestants, listen up. You have had 30 minutes of this challenge. You have 1.5 hours to go, yes?
Next up, it's fine dining under fire as the pressure mounts and for Xolile, panic starts setting in.
Today I'm going big. My aim is to go big or go home, and I understand what is at stake.
How are you, man?
Yeah,
Working under pressure, Chef. I would like to think so.
Xolile, in terms of making a fine dining plated dessert, something you've done before?
The tart, something that I've done before. I'm more a home baker, and then with the home baker, we specialize in cakes. You know, birthday cakes. Give me a birthday cake, then definitely I'll shine.
Hello, Lejeune.
Good day, chefs. How are you?
Good.
Yes.
So the chocolate's tempered, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Melted. But listen, there'll be a case.
Okay.
Okay?
And you're confident that it's going to, be pristine, it's not going to crack,
You've
it's going
tempered chocolate before.
No.
I am incorporating my Clover full cream fresh milk into my cremo and into my ice cream.
Lucky, how's it?
Oh, the great chef and Chef Zola. How you guys?
He's the great chef. I'm just Chef Zola. Wow.
I was saving the best for last. No, Chef.
I see where the love is, Lucky. Okay, you switch up on me like that.
No, never, Chef.
Lucky, I know that you've mentioned before that sort of baking and sweets and pastry is your bag. Surely this is Lucky's challenge, no?
It's the Taste Master.
Yes, it is.
But I was watching Chef earlier today, what he was teaching us in the masterclass, and so I'm just trying to see if I can do something that can be part of the uncle's restaurant or something like that.
I joked and said you called him the greatest, but you are in the presence of greatness, and what he showed you is spectacular. So if you're reaching for there, bravo.
But Lucky first start with breathe.
Don't die, breathe, good.
I'm trying my best, but thank you so much.
It's absolutely frantic. Time is not on my side. Every time I look up, it's like another 20 minutes has gone and I don't know where it's gone to.
I'm busy piping my almond sponge, but I just realized that I put my gel in the sponge molds and I'm putting my sponge in the gel molds.
I'm not happy when I'm pressing these. Yeah, they're too dense.
Too dense?
Too dense?
Yeah.
I'm going back to my classic vanilla sponge. What I'll do though, keeping all within my theme, I'll just infuse that with the pistachios, and I know it will be plated well.
Chef, I've had to pivot.
You've had to pivot?
Yes, because I'm running out of time.
Okay, tell me what went wrong and what's gonna happen that's gonna make it go right.
I'm basically just blending my raspberries and my spekboom to be in one jelly instead of having two fruit components.
Okay. What happened? What happened that went wrong?
Just time is not on my side.
I see. Okay.
I am using the almond nuggles as a crumble for my ice cream to rest on. Almond nuggles are really good. It's literally the best chocolate-covered nuts I've ever had.
I am busy blending my almond nuggles from Food Lovers, and I'm amazed how nicely it's coming out as a crumb. It's not forming a paste. I think the nuts are such a good quality.
I'm trying not to let it stress me, but it is stressing me.
And we are churning
Yes.
the ice cream. Came out nice?
Does it smell like popcorn?
It smells like popcorn.
Okay, thank you.
I hope it tastes like popcorn.
I hope.
I am busy sieving my date puree to get the skins out just in case there are some skins that might be unpleasant, and so that I can put it into my mousse, because I am behind schedule.
I'm Dani, I'm 30 years old, I'm from Pretoria, and I am a full-time UX designer that also does a little bit of content creation on the side, and my big love is baking bread. My home is my sanctuary, and it is the space where I have pieces that inspire me. It's calm, it's full of light, so I feel like it brings out my creative side. Today I'm going to be making a delicious soft sandwich loaf with some clover no-lac milk and some Springbok unsalted butter. It's so simple and delicious, and I'm sure you will enjoy making it. What I really love about spending time in my kitchen is it gives me something to connect to ground me, and to express my creative side. Baking is definitely a huge form of therapy for me. It connects me back to something that comes from my core and allows me to create something beautiful that I can share with people that they can enjoy. Walking with my dogs gives me an opportunity to just connect back to nature, and it's the little things in life that make me joyful, like the fresh air outside, seeing how my dogs play, and that just brings me a lot of joy. I'd say to people who want to follow their passion, start where you are. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just start doing little things that bring you lots of joy, and slowly the blocks will fall into place.
I am busy with my lemon meringue macaron now. So it needs to set, then go into the oven, or else I won't have enough time to finish it. And I think this is something that might wow the judges.
My cream split. So now I need to take it back up to heat and cool it back down. Stress, absolute stress.
Me as a chef, I'm freaking panicking inside for some of them.
Imagine if you're panicking, what they must be feeling.
Not much is going well for me today. My chocolate is melted, it's warm, but getting into the mold is quite cold. So it is hardening very fast and therefore affecting the actual shape.
Oli.
Hey. You? What happened here? It's like a bomb drops here.
I promised myself that I'll work meat today, but it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that at all.
Make these two beautiful
kids proud. Very
These are my daughters.
They must face you like this so they can see the mess that Dad's making.
Not to inspire me instead of the mess.
All right, Chloe, good luck.
Thank you, chefs.
My ice cream is now in the KitchenAid mixer, and I'm slowly adding my dry ice, and it looks so nice. This is the first time I'm doing it, and I didn't expect it will work so nicely.
I threw all of that in there.
Dani, is everything going according to plan?
Not really, Zola. I've redone my gel a few times.
Okay, what's happening here? It looks like it's curdling, whatever it is, but I could be wrong.
It's date paste with whipped cream.
Okay, you didn't over whip the cream?
You can't say that now.
I'm asking the questions. Inquiring minds want to know.
You were standing here when I was pouring it in.
Oh, God. I'm walking away because when I'm getting the blame, I don't even know what to do. I'll leave you to it, Dani.
Thank you, Zola.
It has thickened up, so I think I'm just going to put it in the blast chiller, and this will be the last element that I add. And if it doesn't work out as an ice cream, it will work out as a custard.
I'm either going to serve a runny ice cream, possibly a soup, if it doesn't solidify, but I'm hoping that something comes together and it becomes an ice cream.
20 minutes to go.
Woo!
Let's go.
Oh, no. Let's go!
My lemon and poppy seed sponge smells really, really amazing. I am so happy with it. It has a bounce back effect. The golden roux is golden brown. I'm happy with this.
Everything going according to plan still?
Going to check on my cremo, but I think the time will be a bit short for setting, as my cremo doesn't look like it's going to be set.
Okay, so what's the contingency plan?
I think I'm just going to make maybe an ice cream and then dress that up nicely. And I have some extra essence. Maybe I'll quickly just do like a syrup or something. I have my crumb.
So you're going to discard the cremo completely?
Well, it depends on how set it is. Otherwise, I'll maybe pipe that instead of having the set version.
Possibility of also maybe taking a little of the cremo and maybe turning it into a mousse.
Some
Maybe
whipped cream. Okay,
we'll put some cream.
Thank you, Chef, for that advice.
All right.
This looks more or less like what I learned in the masterclass today. The flavors are different, which is something that's new to me. The layers are different. So I just hope this works out and it actually holds.
I'm taking my sponge out of the oven and it's perfect. Perfectly brown and cooked.
Meggan, you hollered?
I'm playing my pun. I'm playing my pun.
Very exciting. Okay, so you're going to get an extra... Keep it for now. I'll come and get it after your 10-minute ends, okay? Make good use of that extra time, okay?
Well, my cremo is not setting, so I had to change up a plan. I'm trying to make a mousse out of my cremo just to get it set, and then I'm going to see how it goes, just so I get something on the plate.
5 minutes left and I realized that my chocolate log is not looking great. It's not fine dining, it's not finesse enough.
I'm not 100% happy, but beggars can't be choosers.
Ooh. Oh. An actual definition of someone sweating bullets in the kitchen.
Chaos. Being in the kitchen today is really, really tough. Nothing's going my way. I need to redo stuff all the time, but I have to say I'm not losing hope.
Contestants, listen up. This is it. Final 10 minutes.
Need to see some plates, guys.
Now the panic starts. I'm really feeling nervous. I'm against time here right now.
Lucky.
Chef,
In terms of concept of plating, fine with that?
I have something in mind. Simplicity is the new sophistication, so that's what I'm going with today.
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Sounds good.
Everything is such chaos. I don't know if I'm going to make this. I don't know what is going to happen.
Poor Chef Anwar needs to at least eat something that at least looks nice. I want to give myself some time to make it look presentable. Let's hope. Let's pray something comes together.
No. I'm anxious, I'm running behind time. Yabila, Kushamanzi all over the show. I need to finish this.
Icing sugar? Icing sugar? Like you haven't plated. Get your head right and let's start bringing everything together, bro.
Father, I don't even know what to do anymore.
10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from your plates. Time is up, except for Meggan. Your 10 minutes starts now.
Thank you. I decided to play my Sensodyne pin because I really wanted this to set and I wanted to plate something that wasn't going to be sliding and falling apart. At the end of the day, presentation does count, so I just wanted to have a few more minutes to try and finesse my dish.
Thank you. I'm going to need that pen. I'm going to need that pen. Happy with using your time?
I think so. Good. Did my best.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Coming up, contestants present their fine dining desserts. They aimed for elegance, but have they delivered? Behind every fine dish, there is a touch of love. Clover, made with love.
Whenever you have something really cold, and then you get this short, sharp kind of sensation, that's sensitivity. The problem is not going to go away by itself. I always recommend Sensodyne.
Walking up to the judges, I am very nervous as everything I made did not go to plan.
Hi, Chevonne.
Hello, chefs.
You were very confident when we started. Still carrying that same confidence after the challenge is complete?
Well, everything didn't go as planned, but I'm in a way happy what I got onto the plate as it still looks beautiful and all the components I planned is on the plate.
I can appreciate your colors and your presentation. I think it needed to be maybe a little bit neater. You wanted more of a set on your mousse. In terms of flavors, I love the flavor of your raspberry surprise inside your mousse. The sponge, also great texture, good bake on the sponge base. For me, I think that what's lacking is the lavender. I think that, we were so worried about you going overboard that you maybe went too subtle with it. The honey ice cream, lovely. But I think, overall, a good effort. I think that you needed a little more finesse to get it perfect.
Okay.
I actually feel like the flavors are really refined. I completely love the ice cream. It's really, really good.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah.
Good effort, Chevonne.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, chefs.
I know today has not been my best day, but I'm hoping that the flavors that I said are in the dish actually are in the dish.
Dani.
Hi, Judge.
How did today go?
Today was not my day. Everything that I did was new to me. I'm proud of how I challenged myself and my resilience for keeping on trying. However, it did not turn out the way that I expected.
I feel like there's quite a few components missing. It's very flat. I can taste the jelly. Didn't turn out too bad. It's a bit too stiff. I really would have liked a nice rachet of ice cream. Yeah, it needs a little bit of work. Definitely needs some little work.
I'm walking up to the judges and my eyes are locked on that plate.
Okay. Seemingly, one would think that you produced the dessert that you had planned the whole time because you even had an extra 10 minutes. Is that the case?
Not at all, Chef. I had to pivot quite a couple of times.
Meggan, I was really excited to see how that rosemary was going to play in this flavor profile. And unfortunately for me, I don't know, Chef, for me, I don't get any rosemary at all. And actually also no speckboom. I can definitely taste the coffee and the chocolate combination, and that's a classic, and that works. And actually, and both are mild enough to sort of, balance off each other. Your brownie as well, I think is a wise choice to use as a base for a dessert like this. But if you're gonna use a brownie, then put it in the freezer. It needs to be thinner.
I kind of felt like I'm eating a brownie. And all the other little components is a bit lost. It's a bit lost and all over the show. I'm not sure what I'm looking for when I'm tasting it. When Chef Zola cut it through, it looked almost like I could see the layers. I wanted to at least taste. But yeah, the brownie overpowered most of the dessert. Yeah.
As I walk up to the judges, I'm not feeling great. I know the Chef Anwar has got high standards, so I am a bit nervous.
Larce, happy with your dessert?
Not quite.
Never a straightforward answer with you. Okay, carry on.
I'm happy that there's something on the plate, but I did not have time to finesse it.
You needed your ice cream. All the flavors are extremely sharp and heavy. It looked so beautiful in the plate, but we could see the chocolate was going to be way too thick to cut through. Maybe if we had more time, but you have to have that tasting right through because everything is very sharp for me. Presentation-wise, I love the way it looked. It's just a bit disappointing on flavor-wise.
I'm feeling nervous. I hope whatever that I'm presenting, it'll be presentable into their eyes.
Xolile.
Tell us what happened. What happened today?
I had a plan in my mind, but when it came to the execution, it just didn't happen. And this is what I ended up with at the end of the day.
Xolile, I love your choice of flavors. I think the classic pistachio and raspberry combination was a safe bet. Unfortunately, I think what your dessert lacks most is that refined finesse of a fine dining dessert plate. The texture of the sponge is really lovely. I understand why you chose to add some raspberry essence to bring out that raspberry flavor, but unfortunately, what that gives is an artificial berry flavor.
It's something that you would find on a banquet, and you did miss the entire point of what today's challenge was, and that is presenting something that is refined.
I'm walking up to the judges with a heavy heart. I'm even low-key shaking.
Uncle Lucky.
Uncle? I like it.
Hi, Chef.
So you got everything that you planned to have on the plate?
I just left one element, Chef, which was the thin shortbread biscuits.
It looks really beautiful. Most of your components are really lovely, but I do think that this is a case where there's maybe one component too many. The creme chantilly did absolutely nothing for this plate. It actually distracted from a lot of the other flavors. There's a lot to be said for sort of stepping back and seeing if your plate needs one more thing, and I think that was one thing too many. The texture of your jelly is lovely. It wobbles and it melts in your mouth. Yeah, it's just, your ideas are incredible. Your plating skills, incredible. It's about choosing what is necessary on the plate, and that's what makes a plate fully refined.
Yes, Chef.
Up next, with a double elimination on the table, it could be anyone going home. Now you could win 5,000 Rand with the Tastemaster SA and Capitec. We want to know, what dessert would you make to impress the judges? To enter, reply with your answer on the competition post on the Tastemaster SA's Facebook, X or Instagram accounts. Make sure you include hashtag #GrowWithCapitec and hashtag the Tastemaster SA in your entry. T's and C's apply and can be found on the tastemaster.co.za. From fair trade chocolate to roasted nuts, shop your sweet and salty favorites at Food Lovers Market.
Standing in front of the judges is so nerve-wracking. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Contestants, I need every single one of you to take a big, deep breath for me. In and out. Because today was a tough challenge, and you can hold your heads up high because you produced some really special desserts today. I want to say a big thank you to Chef for joining us today, for giving you so much inspiration, for sharing so much knowledge, and for not being a grumpy uncle. Chef, thank you.
Thank you so much. I am really, really impressed for what you did in the time that you had. So really, really well done. I am really impressed by every one of you guys.
Thank you, Chef. Well said. I know that none of us have forgotten that today is an elimination challenge. And today we will unfortunately be saying goodbye to two of you. Dani, Xolile, Meggan. The three of you unfortunately had the least impressive desserts. Dani, you're safe.
My word, I don't know how I made it through.
Which means, Xolile and Meggan, unfortunately, this is your last day in the Tastemaster kitchen. Thank you for your incredible flavor combinations, your incredible skill that you've shown us. It's always so much more difficult when two people have to go home. I'm going to give you each a chance to say your final words, your final goodbyes before we ask you to hang up your aprons and leave the kitchen. Meggan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Just thank you to everyone, guys. Lots of love. Keep pushing through. You are all an inspiration, and I'm so happy for what I've learned here.
Wonderful. Thank you, Meggan. Oli?
Yeah, the same to me as well. This is the group punch. Definitely, you guys will be missed. And thank you to you, Xolile, and thank you to the crew entirely. Thank you for this opportunity. Definitely, you guys will be missed. Yeah, feeling really sad. This is something really in my heart, something that I'm passionate about. But I know that there are some learnings that I've learned, and I'm taking those back home.
I'm sad to go home, but I'm really happy about the experience. I've learned new things about myself. I've made new friends, and yeah, it's really been great. I'm proud of myself.
Let's cheer them off while they go. Bye, guys.
Yo, it's hard.
It's always bittersweet, isn't it?
Gonna do the breathing again?
Should we do another deep breath? And that was a sigh of relief because you live to cook another day. So hold on to that positivity. Keep pushing yourselves. Keep giving us yourself on a plate and have fun while doing it. We'll see you for the next challenge. Well done, guys.
Next week, the top 6 enter the world of gourmet cookies, featuring Andriette of the famous online bakery Montfort Cookies.
Another feel-good production.